Greetings. It's June 2nd. I haven't posted a video in a long time. Figured I'd leave you guys alone. I hope everyone is doing well. Unlike our world, if anyone is alive and not living under a rock, I'm sure everybody knows what's going on out there in the world today. It's something that I have never thought I would witness in my life. The threat of our government, our president, using the armed forces on its own people is something that I never thought that I would see in my lifetime. I wish we were in class so we could talk about this for hours, days upon days. It never ends. You guys are the ones that are going to change it, though. You guys are the ones that are going to change it. Seems like it's the young people that are protesting. It's the young people that can protest the most. Unfortunately, for many of the older people, it's a little harder for even for me to protest now. It's hard for me to leave my 2-year-old to go protest, even though I can and do and will when I'm able to, for that matter, to protest what's right. I don't want to talk about it too much right now, but the video and something that nobody should have to see, on just what's going on out there. What do you guys think about all this? You guys are witnessing history, albeit the negative side of history, the bad side of history. Definitely not the halcyon days of the United States, in my opinion. But gosh, anyway, I guess this makes me a little corybantic, frenzied, agitated. Gets me wild in an angry way. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing well, unlike our so-called country. The essays were unbelievably great, really good, as I thought they would be. You guys really proved, most of you, not all of you, you guys are really, really good writers. You have the essay format down for the most part. A few things maybe I wanted to touch upon. I'm sure there are more, but I got to look back at the notes, and I'm just pressed for time. It's funny. Some of you guys answered some of the college prompts literally, opposed to metaphorically, which is what the college would have more or less probably liked you to do, or probably intended you to do. But it's funny, some of you answered it literally, which in a strange way wound up being even more creative, perhaps. So you weren't your grade wasn't affected negatively that way for not answering what the intended prompt perhaps meant. But yeah, it's very interesting how you guys did that. A lot of people. We'll talk more about the essays in another video, because I want to go more into detail about that, and I will be making a few more videos. There will be a word of the day test tomorrow, so study your words. Study. There might be some few little weird things in there, like I throw up the origins of words and the Latin and Greek origins and prefixes and suffixes. You might want to know some of that. Perhaps. It can't hurt. Knowing the history of words, it can't hurt. Okay? There's going to be a Flash fiction project. That's going to be the last project of the year. Guys, do this. And you complete this perfectly, you're going to get a perfect grade. Don't complete it, then your grade's going to go down. Simple as that. You're going to have 4 choices. Let me see. Let me go over that right now with you guys. The first choice is going to be you're going to have to create a film trailer for one of the Flash fiction stories that we have read, starting with the Isaac Asimov story right down into the last 4. So choose one of those stories and make a 2-minute long trailer, maybe using iMovie or some other program. Include important scenes or parts, important line or lines of dialogue. Speculate through a cliffhanger, perhaps in your trailer, what will happen or what wasn't included in the story. So in your trailer, you kind of leave it as a cliffhanger, speculating what the story left out. Because Flash fiction leaves a lot of things open to the mind and to the imagination and interpretation. Second choice would be to create your own original Flash fiction story of right around 1,500 words. Story must be edited perfectly and be able to hold the reader's attention. No mistakes. It's got to be perfectly edited, start to finish. Attention must be retained. That's it. Third option, based upon one of the Flash fiction stories we have read, write the next 1,500 words, the continuation of the story to one of the stories. So basically, you guys have done this in the past, and I think you guys have done this on standardized tests. And I know you have done it in my class. Write the next part of the story. Let's say 1,500 words. So instead of writing a new story, write the next part of the story. Must be perfectly edited and make sense in regards to the original. So it has to gel with the original. It has to make sense. It has to use the same characters, the same ideas, the same tone, perhaps. It can't be from left field, so to speak, and throw in a whole bunch of other stuff that has nothing to do with the story. So yeah, that's the third option. Fourth option would be to record a reading of one of the Flash fiction stories, kind of like a podcast or audiobook or a YouTube video. You're just going to read the story. Story must be read with inflection and emotion. Sound and effects are encouraged. They could be used. So once again, you got 4 options. Number 1, create a film trailer for one of the stories that we read. Number 2, create your own Flash fiction story. Number 3, based upon the stories we have read, write the next 1,500 words to one of the stories. Option 4, construct and record a reading of one of the Flash fiction stories. Read it with emotion, inflection, almost like you're acting it out, like a play, acting it out for that matter. Real quickly, your fruits were very, very interesting. Some of the fruits that you picked. Be aware that there will probably be a little assignment upon this. I had dates, I had blueberries because they like to work together. Grapefruit, pineapples because of the crown. Durian fruit, tomato, because they represent both fruits and vegetables. Very interesting. I like that idea. Watermelons, multicolored. Someone brought up the Buddha. Lemon, bright. Clementines, my favorite. The tomato fights for equality. Very interesting. As I'm going to put in some Bad Brains. African American punk rock band. A lot of people are using their other album as the cover for the Blackout. Cheers, guys. I hope to talk to you soon. I will probably post another video. in a little bit.